Hey, Peace World, thanks for pressing playing another Pay Me No Mind sports and entertainment video. My name is Wood. I'm going to jump in immediately to some bite down boxing talk. Get a few things off my chest before I get into some the schedule this weekend and some other random thoughts. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. And if you like the way that any of the information is being presented, discussed, analyzed, reviewed, recap, hit that like button or drop me a comment. I definitely look forward to chopping it up with anybody on their views on what I'm talking about. I don't know all of this stuff 100%. I'll put that, I'll admit that. But okay, so Vasiliy Lomachenko had underwent a shoulder procedure earlier this week to repair some damaged cartilage and whatnot. I guess once he came over here to train for the fight against Teofimo and Lopez, he complained about some stiffness or some soreness in the shoulder. This one has already been repaired prior to the Linares fight, I want to say, prior to that fight. Or maybe he injured it. He had an issue. Maybe it was before the Luke Campbell fight for the WBC title. He also received an injection before the fight. I understand that these guys, often can't be 100% going into these fights. But, I think this is a bit troubling for me because you have people betting money on this. You have people making their predictions, on their various platforms, and your word and your reputation, whatever. You putting it out there based on information that you don't really know. So for me and who I thought was gonna win the fight is really in the big scheme of things is insignificant. But I'm just saying for those who are wagering significant amounts of money, that's not a good thing in my opinion. But I leave it to this though, just like I've said with some of the PED situations. If they go through the medical testing and they pass the medicals to be able to fight, I gotta believe that you are 100%. Was he bothered by the shoulder? Maybe, but again, he made it through the medicals, so I'm assuming he was fit to fight. But this is it's concerning. Next issue is stories and reaction videos and whatnot of Devin Haney, the WBC lightweight champion, and Teofimo Lopez, the unified lightweight champion. Plus, he also has the WBC franchise belt. Like I just said, Haney has the world title version that's been around forever. But these two guys FaceTimed each other, and my thought is this means what exactly? I know they're saying that this harkens back to the day because I guess Mike Tyson said, guys got to get at one another and make these fights happen. Fighters have to talk directly and get these fights to happening. But both of these guys are under 25 years old. They move nothing. They make nothing happen. This means nothing. These are the same as if any two 20-something-year-olds got on and FaceTimed this in the last week, it's as important as all of those FaceTimes. It means nothing. And as far as fighters talking to one another and making fights happen, this is very similar to what Lopez said about fighters wanting to be Money May and skipping being Pretty Boy. Money May, yes, him and Manny Pacquiao ran into each other at a basketball game, I believe, and spoke, and the fight got made. Okay, that's two dudes who pretty much promoted themselves at that point It's big money involved, and they call their own shots. These two guys, for Teofimo Lopez to go in there and tell Bob Arum, I want to fight this guy. I want this fight. It means nothing. ESPN and Top Rank now have this property or this asset that they can do XYZ with. And they will move accordingly to how they maximize that XYZ. And again, at this point in time, I don't see them after this win and on nearly 3 million people watching it, the next thing that they go to do is not to face Devin Haney. It just isn't. Maybe it's a rematch. Now that, and I know Teofimo just came out and said F him. He told TMZ Sports, I believe, F Vasiliy Lomachenko. But since when do two kids tell anybody when to do anything? You know, they might be thinking about a fight right now or what this means right now, but the people who've paid bills for years and fed their families in boxing for years, for decades, they have a lot of different factors that they'll weigh in before they proceed in any direction. That's just how it is. Now, does boxing need that fight? Could boxing use that fight? Should us fans get that fight? Yes, we should. Yes, we should. But we already know that Arum wasn't too. He's already come out and said that Devin Haney is signed to the wrong person. He's in the wrong person. We already know that the views towards the zone, they vacillate. It depends on whether or not you need the zone or not, or whether you want the zone, but it changes. Another issue. Why isn't anybody saying that Regis Prograis, does he not matter enough for anybody to be saying that Regis Prograis is now on the wrong side of the street? In the last couple of interviews that I've heard him, even in the media availability last week with him and Juan Heraldez, and Magdaleno and Cruz, Regis Prograis said, he wants to be a champion again at 140. He was one of the best dudes at 140 for a long time, and he wants to return to that status. Over at the PBC, he has no path to a title over there. Top Rank has an embarrassment of names and riches at 140. An embarrassment. They got 7 to 8 guys, similarly to what PBC has at welterweight. 2 of the guys for Top Rank have the 2 titles. And there's already, a plan for those guys to meet. And then, the winner, I guess they could consider a rematch. Or that guy could go up and face Terrence Crawford, who needs a meaningful opponent at welterweight. So nowhere in none of those plans, those other 7 or 8 guys at 140 will be part of Top Rank's succession planning for those belts. And I'm just saying, at some point, I don't know how these guys work together, when they all work together, but they do need to figure something out. But again, when you have, and this is what I'm saying when we're talking about Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez looking at this as a now situation, as a promoter who has this TV partner, you're looking at all of this stuff in 12, 16, 18, 24-month windows, and how we can deliver solid content to our subscribers, to our network partner for their subscribers, to maintain that deal. So nothing I don't see anything happening for Regis Prograis. The best thing that he has is probably a fight with with Adrian Broner. It's no belt involved. It's not a belt involved, but I could imagine it being a well received fight and an eagerly highly anticipated fight once those two guys get to talking. I could see that. So that's kind of where I see that playing out. That was it. I think I'm gonna leave my three things that I had an issue with. I'm gonna just leave those as is, and come back. It was some scheduling stuff that I wanted to talk about as well, and I get into that in another video. Again, my name is Wood. Spike Down Boxing. Don't let them count you out. Pay me no mind. Sports and entertainment. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Peace.